Hello friends, very good morning to all of you. I welcome you all to this TYBSc online lecture. Today we are going to discuss the new section of chapter number 6, that is glass industry, where in the last lecture we completed the manufacture of the Portland cement. In the same chapter, the another section we have the glass industry. In this section also we are going to see the basic definition, the concept of glass industry, what is the physical definition and the chemical definition of a glass, as well as the composition of glass and the structure of the glass. Then we are going to see classification of glass, and finally we are going to study the manufacture of different glasses. So with this, let me start. In this lecture we are going to see the introduction of glass, definition of glass, composition and structure of glass. Now see, this is another section, as I told, glass industry, where the glass and pottery are the earliest products of man's chemical industry. Where this is also, and we are having the ancient history of Egyptian of 6,000 years ago, where we can see the ancient Hindus know the method of glass making. The long before the Christian era, the first glass factory in India was started in 1856 in Buldana district. As we know that most of the products from the Egyptian, we can say the civilization, where the firstly in Belus of Egypt was constructed a colored bricks with a glass enamel. Enamel is nothing but where the hard substance like a glass, which was 6,000 years ago. With that history in India, also in 1856 there was a first glass industry was established in Buldana district, where we can see here what is the glass. The term of a glass signifies a supercooled liquid to such extent that it has become apparently transparent solid, having it is an amorphous, hard, brittle, usually transparent supercooled solution of silicates, borates of potassium, calcium and lead. Here we can see, if you generally observe the glass, that is any glass, it looks like transparent first. It is a transparent and brittle. What it means brittle? Brittle means it can be easily break and hard substance. So here mostly it is looks like a crystalline, but actually glass is not a crystalline. It is amorphous solid. It is amorphous, hard and brittle, transparent solid, that is known as the glass. Ordinary glass is obtained by the fusion of sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate and sand. This is the main composition. These are the main composition, where the glass consisting of a certain inorganic oxide as well as the organic oxide like sand, that is SiO2. Due to this SiO2, it looks like a hard. It gives rise to mixture of fused silicates. This is very important, where in the glass, every glass or every we can say ordinary glass, it must consisting of sodium carbonate and the silica is the main composition. When fused mixture of these silicates cooled, it forms a homogeneous solid mass without allowing any of these constituent to crystallize, that it becomes the glass. So I hope this is a basic history of regarding the glass. Let me see the definition of glass. On the basis of physical and the chemical nature, glass can be defined in various ways, such as physically, glass can be defined as the rigid, supercooled liquid having no definite melting point and processing a sufficiently high viscosity to prevent the crystallization. Where when we look physically, we looks like a supercooled liquid having the no definite boiling point, rigid molecule. This is very important. Rigid, supercooled liquid having no definite melting point, possessing a high viscosity to prevent the crystallization is physically known as the glass. where the chemically glass can be defined as the union of non-volatile inorganic oxides resulting from the decomposition and fusion of the alkaline earth compounds, sand, other constituents give the random atomic structure. Where this is very important because we are interested to study the chemical composition and chemically what type of composition it has glass and how it can be prepared, that we are going to see in this chapter. So we are interested to chemical definition. What is chemical definition? Chemically glass can be defined as the union of non-volatile inorganic oxides. Very important. It is basically consisting of inorganic oxides resulting from the decomposition of fusion of the alkali and alkaline earth compounds and sand and other some constituents having the random atomic structure. This is very important. Random atomic structure, that is say as the glass structure. Glass can be defined as an amorphous, hard brittle, usually a mixture of alkali metals, silicates, example of sodium, potassium silicates likewise, where with alkaline earth are heavy metals of silicates like calcium and the lead, which is produced when liquid melt solidifies without undergoing the crystallization. See, whenever the crystallized formation is there, that will become the solid component, but it is a amorphous substance where it can be defined amorphous, hard and brittle mixture of alkali metal silicates and alkaline earth metal silicates. That is the glass. We can see here composition and structure of a glass. All variety of glass contain silica. We have to remember it very clearly. Silica is the main composition of glass. So the all varieties of glass contain silica. Common soda glass contains sodium calcium silicates, where the all glass it must contain the silica and some other glass contain the sodium and the calcium silicates. It has the approximate composition of sodium oxide, calcium oxide and the silica. In addition to these basic components of sodium oxide, calcium oxide and the silica, there are some other place of, we can say here, some special types of glasses have to be added like potassium oxide, ferric oxide, lead oxide, boron oxide. These are also some other important constituents which affects the properties of a glass, where we can see here number one, potassium oxide. In addition to the basic constituents, these are also very important composition where we have to add which increase the properties of some of the glass. We can see the first is the potassium oxide. Potassium oxide, it increases the softening of the glass and mobility of a liquid. It also increases the melting point of the glass, where by adding the potassium oxide these properties can be changes, increasing the softening of the glass and mobility of a liquid. It also increases the melting point of the glass. Second is ferric oxide. With the addition of this ferric oxide composition, ordinary glass contains little amount of that is ferrite, that is ferric oxide, where the glass cannot transmit the ultraviolet rays. What is the use of this one? By adding this ferric oxide, the glass cannot transmit the ultraviolet rays if it contains more. Nowadays, quartz glass usually used to prevent the transmission of ultraviolet radiations. So, this is also ferric oxide is also very important composition to addition to the basic composition of the glass. Next is lead oxide. What is the role of the lead oxide? That is composition of lead oxide. It increases the refractive index of glass. Hence, such glasses are used for optical purpose. Where such certain optical purpose, if it is, you can see the optical purpose of the glass, it must contain the lead oxide. Next is boron oxide. That is boron oxide. It increases the hardness and refractory nature of a glass. It acts as an fluxing agent for silica. It acts as an fluxing agent for silica. In such a glasses have low expansion coefficients, resistance to shock, chemical stability and high electric resistance. You can see here by the addition of boron oxide, as we know that definitely the glass is the electric resistance, where by adding this one it increases the resistance to the shock, chemical stability, high electric resistance and low expansion of coefficients. Such a gas which can be used only bad in the boron oxide. They are used for laboratory glassware. Generally, you can see here the boron oxide composition, if it is added for those glasswares in the use of the laboratory, insulator, pipelines, washers, thermometers. We can see here thermometer. There is a definitely, when we see the thermometer, thermometers, it is made up of with a glass. Those glass composition having the boron oxide also. Okay. Now next is structure of a glass. How the structure of a glass, if you compare with the crystalline state, very simple. Crystalline state and the glassy state or amorphous state of its, you can see glassy state of the, there is a definite, where another shape of the glass is known as glassy state. Here we can see the composition. The crystalline state, as we know that atoms are properly arranged in a two-dimensional network where the continuously it is repeated, where the crystal structure is made up of repeating unit cells in all directions. Where we can see in the glassy state, atoms form a random three-dimensional network. This is very important. In case of the crystalline state, they are the randomly arranged. So they are the properly arranged. In case of the crystalline state, atoms are orderly arranged or properly arranged in a two-dimensional network. But in case of glassy state, atoms are randomly arranged in the three-dimensional network, where in crystalline state, crystalline structure is made up of repeating unit cells. Means once if a cell is there, that is continuously repeated in the all directions. But in case in glassy state, the random network in the glass contains only the SiO tetrahedron. What is SiO? SiO bond is a silica bond, where it is in the tetrahedron, but it is in the random network. But it is in the random network. In the crystalline state, due to the uniform arrangement, the character of fracture can be predicted. The character of fracture can be predicted means here, due to the uniform arrangement, the structure can be easily detected, where due to the random arrangement of the character of fracture cannot be predicted, where the what type of characteristics present in the glassy state, it is very difficult to determine because of the random arrangement. So here the crystalline state is a crystalline arrangement, and glassy state which having the random arrangement instead. So with this, I hope today we are understood the basic introduction, definition of glass, composition and structure of a glass. In the next lecture, we will see some more concepts regarding the glass industry. So with this, I will stop here. We will see in the next lecture. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much.